Hi guys, it's Chuck. Welcome back. And I just want to say hello to all my new subscribers. Got quite a few. I know I haven't posted anything in a bit. Life got busy and been trying to play out in the shop, but haven't had much time. A little bit that I have been doing, I rough cut these parts a month ago, and the little time I've been coming out and building these stack blocks. You can find them on Tom Technique's channel. It's a great channel, lots of education, and although these little stack blocks look simple to build, which in a sense they are, it's a great little learning tool, and believe me, I've been learning. Other than that, the trunnion that I built some time ago, there's a video on it. That came back. The fellow that gave me the directions, my mentor Chewy, he didn't notice that the radius sat on a boss, and so I had to open up the radius to fit the boss. Did that real quick since I still had the tooling that I had set on the rotary table. Only took a few minutes to set it up and do it. I didn't film it. And other than that, I've some recent purchases that I thought I would show you. I'm kind of excited, and then I've got a brainstorm or a brain fart on making a tool, and I thought I'd share that with everybody. So I'm going to pick the camera up, take you on a quick tour, and we'll go out and look at my upcoming project that I'll share with everybody. All right? So I'll try to keep the camera as jiggle free as I can here. So the first item is over on my lathe. I ended up purchasing a stock Clausing steady rest for it. I found it on eBay. It's the unit that actually is built for my lathe. I've got a 6913 lathe Clausing, and you can see it. There's holes there, and that's where it bolts down. Interesting enough, it was on eBay for a buy it now at 125 bucks, or bid on it, and I decided, I guess I'll bid on it, and so I put a small bid in, and of course then the buy it now went away, which shocked me, and I thought, boy, I don't want to lose that for 125 bucks, and so I ended up bidding and finally won it at $129. So I'm real excited about that. I do have to, it's missing one of the adjusting bolts, but that's not a big deal. So that's new to the shop. I picked up another Procurnier tapping head. This is a larger unit than the one I have. I picked that up at a sale the other day. So I've been playing around with that a little bit. And some other purchases. Ended up buying 4 of these spill, what do they call them, the Spillmaster cups, and purchased a small Noga indicator holder, the little guy. I do have the bigger one over there, and the other day Enco had 20% off and free shipping, and this little guy was already on sale. Take another 20% off. That was a good buy. So some new additions to the shop. You can see the stack blocks. There's 3 sets there, and then there's another 3 sets over in the mill that I've been playing. You know, when I come out and get a little bit done on them, been working on it. And you can see I haven't spent much time. The place is quite a mess. Oh, interesting thing here. I'm questioning whether I'll ever buy anything from Harbor Freight or not. The other night when I'm working out here, the air gun, as you can see, there's no fitting in it any longer. I'm kind of happy. I'd happened to walk away from the mill, and next thing I hear pop and air running like crazy, and this guy is knurled, and it blew right out of the gun. Wasn't happy about that, and maybe that's what you get for buying Harbor Freight. I looked at the other gun that I have, which isn't Harbor Freight, and I forget where I bought this one from, but interesting enough, it's basically pressed in the same way on a knurled setup. I thought maybe this was constructed better. I like this gun better, but I don't know about any more Harbor Freight purchases. And then one other item that came up in discussions, my ox tool mill brush, right? That luckily my wife had this laying around the house and I grabbed it. I had mentioned that I'd set it up with a magnet on the side of my DRO head, and there was some discussion about whether the magnetism was going to affect the DRO head. Well, I think you can see that there's quite an airspace between the DRO head and the bracket, and I've put something behind there, and there's no magnetism to the back side, and it's just a small little magnet on there, and then a piece of metal on there. So that works out good. It's quick. So anyway, let me take you out and show you my idea out in the main shop. Purchased a couple other Spillmaster cups, and also picked up some water-soluble oil for my bandsaw. So let me fire up the iPad here. If you guys follow Ox Tool, you'll see in the past where he built a Toejack out of a bottle jack for lifting equipment. And then following that, James Kilroy showed his Enerpac unit. That's what this is here, is the Enerpac. It's not going to show up. Let's see. There it is, for machine lifts, hydraulic machine lifts. Anyway, I really liked this unit, and been thinking about it ever since I saw it on James's channel. And they give you the dimensions of the unit, the different lifting capacities. One's 8 ton and one's 20 ton. Well, kept looking at that and thinking about it, and I've got a Portapower, a Jet Portapower ram, and got the full kit, and kept thinking about it and saying, well, it's, you know, geez, if you look at this, it's nothing much more than a Portapower ram in there. So I went in my scrap bin and found a piece of tubing, square tubing, and found another piece of square tubing that fits inside of it. So these are a little bit, grabbing a tape measure. This tubing is basically 4-inch tubing, and inside is 3 1/4, and this is 3-inch tubing. So my thought is that this tubing will end up registering down inside of this tube, and that will be my jacking mechanism, similar to here. They have this piece here. If you can see, let's see if I can blow that up. On their unit, they have like a dado with a key in it to register the ram as it goes up and down. And so my thought is, rather than going through all that effort, is just go ahead and use the square tube. And what I'm going to do is end up cutting a window in the face of the square tube, and in that face of the square tube would be this is what you would end up seeing. This would be shown, and then that's where the actual toe piece, just like that, would attach to the front of here, and it would be, of course, back it's a 1/4 inch thick, so it's going to be sitting back on this face, but it'll be built deep enough so that it reaches and registers. Hope all that makes sense. And then on the back side of the lifting tube, basically cut a notch out so that the ram would sit, I'll just keep you guys in frame there, so that the ram would just sit right down over the ram. And then up top here, on the top of it, of course I'm going to cut it off, and I'd end up welding a plate on top of it. Also, in the base plate down here, and in the top plate over here, which will sit up here, I would go ahead and make registers to hold the 2 removable parts off of the jack. So those would actually lock. Well, I think I just caught the camera shutting off, So I'm going to kind of take a guess here where I was talking. I was discussing that this had a nasty weld in the back, and of course it's going to interfere with this tube running up and down. But it's really not going to be an issue. The weld's only on the one side where it was seamed, and so when I cut this window in the front here, I'll cut it where the weld is. So the weld will go away, and then the top and bottom, I can just reach in there with a grinder and clean it up. And then for any slop within the two tubes, I can just go ahead, I was thinking about that too, and I can just go ahead and drill and tap and run some set screws in to act as guide mechanisms. So I think it may work out well, and it really won't be much larger than the Enerpac unit. The Enerpac unit is the 8-ton is total body height is 12 inches, and I'm thinking this whole unit is going to be somewhere about 14 inches. 14 inches, there you are, back in the camera there. So anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. If anybody's got any comments on it, ideas, love to hear it. End up putting the same type of handle on it so you can pick it up. And interesting enough, the Enerpac unit weighs 60 pounds for the 8-ton and 100 pounds for the 20-ton unit. Quite a load. Based on just lugging these guys around, I think I'll be hard pressed to reach the 60-pound limit, but we'll see. Okay. Anyway, that's the quickie for today, and hope to get some more videos out soon. Thanks again for watching, and thanks again for the new subscribers. I appreciate those fellas, and talk to you soon.